One of Australia's oldest investment managers, Perpetual, is today under takeover attack from rival firms, sending its shares soaring. Business Editor Ross Greenwood joins us. And Ross, why buy Perpetual when the share market is under pressure?
Well, Perpetual's been going since the 1880s. It started as a trustee company. It already had been trying to beef itself up effectively, buying Pendle. People might know that more broadly as the old BT funds management business. But what's happened is a consortium of investors, local and overseas, have come together to try and make this takeover bid today. And you can see here what's happened to the Perpetual share price, up by 7.2%. And that sort of consortium includes EQ2, a company called Bearing Private Equity from overseas, and also Regal Partners, which is a local funds management company. But by contrast, can I show you what happened to the Pendle share price today? Because in that particular case, it really fell off a cliff almost. And the reason for that, it suggested that if this bid gets up, then Pendle, the takeover for that, will not go ahead. And so its share price at one stage down almost 10% today, Andrew. So this is really a big shake-up in that space, and eventually potentially could affect other companies, including even AMP.
Well, also under pressure today is Australia's biggest supermarket group, Woolworths. What's happened?
Okay, so the share price is down more than 4% after its sales came out, quarterly sales numbers, and they were worse than expected. So here's the Woolworths share price now, down 3.3%. They had been even worse than that previously. Now, the interesting part about this is that Woolworths says average prices in the September quarter were 7.3% higher than they were in the same period last year. You can see it there. You can see also that Coles prices are 7.1% higher. So this is inflation. Now, the interesting part about it is that Woolworths also says it's basic foodstuffs, potatoes, and even corn, which are much higher than what they were. They said that some sort of frozen goods might be more expensive. So there's Woolworths' quarterly sales numbers down 0.5%. At the same time, Coles up by 2.3%. The shares in both are down, but the suggestion here is that Woolworths might be even losing a bit of market share to Coles. The funny thing about this, Andrew, is compared with 12 months ago, the online sales for food for both companies are well down, and that might say people actually like getting out there and shopping rather than being locked up and doing it online.
Sure. And finally, the tax office has grabbed $11 billion more from big companies in the last financial year. I guess the Treasurer wants the money. Where did it come from?
It came from iron ore companies. Now, oddly, strangely enough, the ABC today reported this as more than 700 companies paid no tax at all. I've been speaking with the tax office today. They've told me, look, there are legitimate reasons why most of these companies don't pay any tax. They're either losing money, good reason, and during COVID, you can understand that took place, or indeed they got big write-offs as a result of investing in big infrastructure. But most companies, it says, do comply. They want more to comply. And so the interesting part is the government ended up with some $78 billion as a result of this tax office initiative, which has been going on for more than a decade now and has certainly netted the Australian taxpayer and the Australian government many tens of billions of dollars, but this, no doubt, has been one of their best years.